Tsidkenu. Well, the Chinese, well, I don't know what to tell you. These guys are really asking for a lot of problems in their country and everything. You know, it's an atheist, for the most part, it's an atheist country. And there are some beliefs in their country, like Confucian and this kind of stuff. And they basically believe that they are God. They believe that Xi Jinping is a God. Psh, right. Tell that to Mao Zedong, who also believed that he was a God. He's now like about 10 feet under. All right. Now, here's what they're doing now in China. Well, they've been doing this for a while now. For a while, China has been basically ripping down churches. All right. For a time there, China allowed churches to exist, you say, and they tolerate them to a point. All right. And they left them there. But when Xi Jinping took over, he decided that he wanted to play God. No. I'm going to be Xi Jinping God. Everybody going to worship to me, bow to me, Xi Jinping God. So this is what happened now. Okay, so he's basically has gone after Christians. His entire Communist Party has gone out to destroy Christians. But it's not only Christians. In the west, in the northwest corner of China, they're destroying all these Muslims who are part of that culture in that area. They're demolishing them, and here's the thing, they're going as far as they're taking actually Chinese families and they're embedding the Chinese family with these Muslim families, trying to brainwash, and they keep an eye on them, and they stay there in their homes. They have lost their marbles, and they said that China's police force, it's something like I think it was like 1 out of 10 every person in that part of the world, it's a cop from China who are monitoring those people. Okay, and then they got about 2 million in training camps, brainwashing them, or in prison, you could say, brainwashing them, trying to change their mentality about communism. They really have lost it. And not going to Christianity, the thing is, they have burned down churches. I'm not making this up. You can go and find this out on your own. They have blown up churches in China. They have actually blown them up. And there's a lot of home churches in China. For quite a few years, the Chinese allowed them to have their home churches. But that's all changing now. More and more, they're not being allowed to have it. Any symbols that has a cross on it, okay, they have ripped down the crosses, okay, and almost everything they can find the crosses on, they've taken it down, those symbols in people's homes, home and business. This is no joke, okay. They have gone to people's home, inspected people's homes, and if they found a cross hanging, they have gave them a picture of Mao Zedong, or both a picture of Xi Jinping to hang up on the wall and bring down that cross. And if they don't, yeah, they're in serious trouble. All right. And then the state-run churches. Okay, the state-run churches are allowed to put up a cross. This is the state-run churches. They're allowed to put up a cross as long as they got a picture of Mao Zedong on one side and a picture of Xi Jinping on the other side, because those are the true gods of China. All right. So that's another one there. So here's the thing is, they last year had this about earlier this year, they decided to rewrite the Bible. A lot of the Old Testament and New Testament will now include a lot of passages. They're not included in the Bible, were never meant to be in the Bible, and they will rewrite the Bible in their style to include communism and socialism, and make socialism and communism look like a great idea, and they are the true heroes of everything, is communism and socialism. Those will be the Bibles that will be allowed to be in China, all right? They will allow to do that, and then they will add Confucianism into these Bibles. They will interject this kind of belief in there, and they will interject some other belief having to do with Buddhism. But here's the thing about, don't get insulted if you're a Buddhist. The Buddhist stuff, their scriptures are going to be rewritten by Chinese. The Chinese Communist Party, not the Chinese people. The Chinese Communist Party are going after all religious writings in China, and they're planning to rewrite everything. A lot of the scriptures and a lot of what's saying on these scriptures, rewrite them to fit communism and socialism. That's right. So it's not only one religion, it's all religions in China being targeted. And most of those kidneys, hearts, and livers and all this stuff come from political prisoners who are Christians who have been put behind bars for their faith. Okay, I'm not going along with the state stinking communists. All right. They're the ones, and of course Buddhists and a lot of people from the Muslim religion from that northwest part of China. A lot of that harvesting of organs is coming from that population of those people. The Chinese don't realize the curse that they have put themselves under, the Chinese Communist government. China will be completely demolished. All right. It is said in the Bible, change one word of this and all the curses that this book will bring upon you, everything that has been predicted, all the horrors will fall upon you. And this is a state-run effort by a government to rewrite the holy book of the Bible. Rewrite it. So all those curses are going to come on China. And the bad thing about it, a lot of Chinese people who were not part of the government, might not even agree with the government, are going to fall under those same disasters. This government is going to bring down the wrath of God on top of them for doing what they're doing. They're doing something that is ridiculous. It is beyond anything. And here's the thing is, this whole idea about rewriting the book, about the communism, rewriting the Bible, is not going to stop in the borders of China. No, that's a lot of times China when they do censorship and they do this kind of stuff, that stuff will then be exported to other countries who like the Chinese model, who like the idea of a handful of people basically ruling over the massive and enslaving the entire mass of their population. And there are people in the U.S. that will love the Chinese model. They love the Chinese model. All right? And you can probably start seeing some of that stuff entering our society in the U.S. and in the West. All right, China will put it into place, they'll put it into motion, they get it all straightened out, and then of course the West will start adopting these things. These communist bastards that we have in the West will start to adopt this, and at the same time also put us under the wrath of God. Look, if you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, any kind of godly worshiping religion, you're in deep trouble if you're in China. And throughout the world, you got to fight communism and socialism because this is what they're bringing in. And these a-holes in China really, truly believe that they can play God. All right? And then here's the thing is, they want to demolish all home churches, make state-run churches, which basically become farms, or you could say schools, to indoctrinate, to brainwash young people and everybody to believe that the communism ideology along with socialism is the way to go and it is the best route. The best route is for people to turn their entire self over to communism and allow communists to do as they please with them and put them in slave camps or in slave factories or whatever they want, and this is supposed to be a good thing. That's what communists want you to believe. Communists want you to believe that talking out loud, it's a no-no, it's illegal, it's wrong. No, you cannot say nothing out loud. We will chop off your head. Haha. This is basically what they're telling the people. They want to brainwash you in such a tactic that you actually think that this is a good thing. Oh yeah, if you talk out loud, well, you deserve to have your head cut off. That's that's what they want to brainwash you in. They want to brainwash, the Chinese want to brainwash an entire population to believe that communism is the best thing, and it's the best thing since sliced bread, you could say. They are the best of the best. All right? And they want you to believe that if you work 24/7, okay, and you bust your rear ends, trying to make a couple of bucks at the end of the month, this is the best thing for you. And if you are enslaved by the government and the government tells you what you can and can't do, what kind of jobs you can and can't have, this is the best thing for you. If you're upset, you cannot talk. This is the best thing for you. You're not allowed to air out your frustration or your opinion on the government. No. They don't want you to say nothing. That's the best thing for you. This is the brainwashing they're doing in China to everybody. Religion gives a whole different perspective on how people should live. And this it contradicts what the communist model and socialist model is. Socialism and communism does not go along with free thinking. And this is what a lot of religions want people to do. Okay? This is a serious problem for them. It's it's a threat to China. Rewriting the Bible. That's really going far. It seems like they're not going to be able to get rid of the Bible in China, because too many people bring in Bibles into the country and Bibles are smuggled into China. So the best thing they have doing now is, yeah, sure, we're going to give you Bibles. Oh, we're going to give you special Bibles. We're going to give you special edition Bible written by the Communist Party. You read it. You're going to be great. What they're going to do is they'll give you their version of the Bible rewritten by the Communist thinking party. Eventually get all the other Bibles banned, all right, where you can only have that Bible, and then people will take the route of less, so you could say of less resistance. When they're presented with a communist Bible, they'll say, oh, a lot of people that are not educated in China are going to think that this is the real Bible. And they don't realize it's been completely edited by the Chinese Communist Big Party. So they're going to accept that Bible thinking this is something good, when in reality it's just completely evil. It's what they're giving to the people of China. And then the good stuff, the good Bible, the one that has you could say the history, the real stuff, the real teachings, and the same thing with any kind of Buddhist manual and Muslim religion, all that's going to be taken away, and you'll be given the false stuff. Okay, the imposter will be given to you on these religions, and you'll be told by the government that this is what you have to. This is the only thing you should be reading, because that is the truth. Of course, the Chinese Communist Pig Party, all they do is lie 24/7. That is part of their job, is to lie 24/7 and propaganda 24/7. It's what they are. It's what they do. So people of China are going to be facing huge problems there. And they're going to continue to go after all religious group in China. And maybe down the road one day, there will be no more people of any kind of religion in China, because they have all been executed, put in prison, or had their everything in their bodies, organs have been harvested. They've been killed. This is the route that China is taking. But here's the thing about it. China is not content with destroying their own population. Like Mao Zedong, which killed millions and millions, hundreds of millions, into the hundreds. They said it's close to 100 million. This guy killed. And the numbers go from like 68 million to 100 million, depending on who you hear. The communists basically kill about 100 million. They're not content within their own border. No, their thing is to pass out this atheism, and to pass out this killing and murdering and corruption and propaganda to other countries. That's what they want to do. They're just not content being within their own border doing the massacre what they're doing. Some serious. Let me tell you. I will tell Xi Jinping, look, you can come up against men, other leaders of other countries. You can pay them corruption money to go your way and side with you. But let me tell you one thing, Xi Jinping. You cannot buy God. You cannot corrupt God. God doesn't have anybody over him. And you have just crossed a huge line when it comes to the Word of God. And you will, let me tell you, China will suffer a severe blow of the wrath of God. Period. This is what I got to say, people. Until the next time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. We have reached about 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 views. Thank you for that, for your help on this. Now I'll be able to put, hopefully, monetizing back on this on the channel. Not back to me. That was a new channel, and we can put some monetizing and help out the channel here we can. There's t-shirt shops. There's my other channel you can check out, Six Seal News Talk, and everything here. I hope I didn't say Six Seal News Talk here when I say welcome at the beginning, and I realize that sometimes I get them confused. This is China Exposed News Talk. Six Seal News Talk is the other channel. I wonder if I said that. Anyway, people, I appreciate everybody coming out here. And if you're in China or whatever country you're in, you need to pray, people. Religion is under attack, no matter what religion you're in, throughout the entire world. Is under attack. The whole idea of communism and socialism is to eradicate religion from the face of the earth and basically turn everybody into a zombie, which will only be enslaved to a handful of people who will rule with an iron fist, you could say, over the entire world to destroy everything. And let me see, I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's time that I want to write a book about a vision that God showed me, but I don't know if I should. It's a horrible vision of what the future could bring if these people were to take over the entire world. And God never, you could say, showed up to do anything. It would be horrible if these people just are left to do what they want to do, because evil implodes, good creates. Good people create things. Evil doesn't. It implodes and destroys itself. And China's heading into that route. All this mastering and making military might and all this other stuff they're doing around the world, it's only to bring the destruction of China in a massive way. What they're planning on doing to the world is what's going to come back on them. And it's what's going to happen to them. So this is what I got to say, people. Till next time, bye-bye now.